Good morning everyone. I myself Dharamveer Singh welcomes you on the behalf of J. Somnath English Medium School. Students, today we are going to learn Standard 7th English, a beautiful story that is the ashes that made the tree bloom. In the golden days of the Daimos, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. So it is a story about a Japan. Daimos means it is a word used in the Japanese which is known as a wealthy landlords. So there lived an old couple whose only pet was a dog. Pet means an animal that you have at home for your pleasure. So we are also having we are keeping various kinds of pets such as cat, dog. The same way this old couple were also having one pet and it was a dog. Having no children, they loved it as though it were a baby. So the couple was not having any child. So they treat the dog as their baby only. The old dame means the old lady, what she did. The old dame made it a cushions of a blue crab. Cushions means a soft bed. So she made a soft bed for the dog. And eat mealtime Muko, for that it was its name. So the name of the pet was Muko. So whenever it was a time for a meal, that time the dog used to come and he used to sit very comfortably on the cushion. Would sit on it as sung as any cat. So he would sit. Sung means comfortable. So whenever it was a time of a meal, that time the dog used to come and sit on very comfortably on the cushion. The kind people feed the pet with a tidbits of fish. Tidbits means the pieces. So whenever it was a time of a meal, that time the old couple used to sit and the dog also used to sit very comfortably on the cushions. That time they used to treat the dog with the tidbits of fish, means the very small pieces of the fish from their own chopsticks. Chopsticks means it is a fork used for eating. So that time with the help of a fork, chopsticks, they used to give the dog the small pieces of the fish. The dumb creature loved its protectors like being with a soul. Dumb means a person who is unable to speak. So we know that the dog and the other animal, they can't speak. We can't understand their language. So then too, even though the dog was unable to speak, but he had a great love for his protector. Protector means the lover who has been caring for the dog. The old man, being a rice farmer, went daily with a hoe and spade into the field. Now the main work of the old man was a farmer. He used to go early morning in the farm for farming, and he used to carry away the tools such as hoe means hoe or a spade. Spade is a tool which is used for the farming. Working hard from morning until Tento Sama. Tento Sama is a word, means the sun is been setting down. So the old farmer in the early morning, he used to go in the farm, he used to work very hard from the morning till the sun gets set. Every day the dog followed him to work. So here the farmer was not alone. Every day whenever the farmer used to go in the farm, the dog also used to follow him. Never once harming a white heron. Heron means now whenever the old man used to walk, so behind the old man there were the white herons. Herons means a large water bird. So they used to walk after the old man and they used to eat the worms. But the dog also, he used to never disturb the white heron that walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up the worm. So whenever we know that whenever the person has been walking in the farm, so because of the footprints the small insects comes out. So the white herons used to walk after the old man so that they can eat the worms, but the dog never used to disturb the white herons also. For the old fellow was patience. Patience means very cool. He was very cool. He was very kind with all the people, not only with the people but also with the animals, and kind to everything that had a life, and often turned up a sword on purpose to give foods to the bird. So the old man, he was very kind to all the living creature, not only to the human beings but even to the animals also. So he used to bring with him some grains also for the birds to eat. One day the dog came running to him. So one day, as every day the farmer used to work in the farm, but one day something strange happened. One day a dog came running to him, putting his paw against his leg. So now one day the dog, as the farmer was busy in his farming work, but one day the dog came running to him and he was wanting to take the farmer to somewhere. So he was been putting his paw against his legs. Paw means the front part of the leg which has a nail. He wanted to show something to the farmer and wanted to farmer to follow him. So he was the dog is unable to speak, but with the action he wanted the farmer to follow him against his leg and motioning with his head and some spots behind. So the dog was behaving in such a way that he wanted to tell the farmer that you follow me, that I have found something. So, but what happened? The old man at first thought his pet was only playing and did not mind it. So the farmer was unable to understand the language of the dog. So he thought that the dog wants to play with him, and first he thought that, but the purpose was completely different. But the dog keep on winning. Winning means making he was completely complaining, means he was willing, means making complaining. He wanted to show something else, but the farmer was been thinking that the dog wants to play with him. So but the dog kept on winning and running to and fro. So he was been running, he was turning to and fro, means he was trying to dig something. He wanted to show something to the farmer that there is something at some place. Then the old man followed the dog a few yards to a place where the animals began lively scratching. Scratching means crawling. So now the farmer understood that the dog wanted to show him something. So he started following the dog, and dog took him to some place, and there he started digging. Crawling means he started digging up the ground. Thinking it was possibly a buried bones or a bit of a fish. So first the farmer thought that as the dog is digging the ground, there might be some of the bones of the animal or the fish that the dog has found out. The old man stuck his hoe into the earth. Now the old man felt very pity on the dog, as the dog was been crawling. So the farmer, with the help of his tool, he started digging the ground so that whatever the thing the dog wants, it might be, he would be easily get. When lo, a pile of a gold gleamed before him. So as the farmer, with the help of a tool, he started digging, he found out a big pot of a gold, and it was been gleaming, means shining very brightly. Thus in an hour, the old couple were made rich. So now as the cause of the dog, the old farmer has found out the big amount of a gold, shining thing of gold he has found it out, and within few minutes the old couple, the kind old couple, were completely rich. Thus in an hour the old couple were made rich. The good soul bought a piece of land. So with the help of the gold what they have found it out, the old couple, they purchased a small land from that money and made a feast. Made a feast means to offer food. They even offered a food for their friends and gave a plenty food to their poor neighbors. So they were very, very kind couple. So with the amount, first they purchased a small land, then they gave a feast to the friends. They called their friends and they enjoyed their celebration. Whatever the things they were having, they wanted to celebrate with their friends. So they called their friend and gave them the feast, and with the remaining amount, they gave it to their poor neighbor. As for the dog, they pitied him till they nearly smothered him with the kindness. Now, as we talk about the dog, now because of the dog only, the kind couple had become completely rich. So they loved the dog so much that the dog was completely full with the love and the kindness he got from the old couple. Now in the same village, there lived a wicked old man. Wicked means a very bad person. You can see here. Now in that village only there lived one wicked old couple also. Near the good couple's house, there were one of the wicked couple who also got the news about the gold which their neighbor have got by the dog. Now in the same village there lived a wicked old man and his wife. Not a bit sensitive. Bit sensitive means they were having, this bad couple were completely without feeling. So not a bit sensitive and kind, who had always scolded all dogs whenever any passed their house. Now this old couple, they were very wicked. They were not at all having any feeling, and they were completely kindness, without kindness. So whenever any of the dog used to pass out, they used to kick the dog, and they were treating the animals very badly. Hearing of their neighbor's good luck, they coaxed the dog. Coaxed means persuaded. So when these old wicked couples, when they got the news about their neighbor, they had become completely rich because of the dog. Now they started pretending that, pursuing that we also love the dog, and they went to the neighbor and asked for their dog. They coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him a bits of fish, other deities, hoping he would find a treasure for them. Now they have borrowed a dog from the good couples, so that they also wanted to become rich. But as they brought the dog into their garden, and they treated the dogs with the bits of fishes and the various delicious dish, hoping he would find a treasure for them. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. So now the dog was very afraid of this wicked couple. So the dog did not eat any of the piece of the fish, and he was quite afraid of the couple. Then they dragged him out. Dragged means pulled. Now as the dog was not eating anything, so they pulled the dog out of the window, out of the door, taking a spade and hoe with them. Now they thought that now we will take the dog to the garden, and as the dog will be helping them to find the treasure. So they pulled the dog out of the door, and they took the tools also with them. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree, so no sooner the dog started smelling, and he found something strange. So he started smelling, and he went under the pine tree growing in the garden. Then he began to paw and snatch the ground, as if mighty treasure lay beneath. So now the dog started smelling, and he went under the pine tree, and he started snatching the ground. Means he started digging the ground. So the old wicked couple, they thought that there might be some treasure. So they felt very happy. "Quick, wife, hand me a spade and hoe," cried the greedy old fool as he danced with a joy. Now the old man, he started dancing with the joy, and he called his wife and to bring the tools, so that we also have found out the treasure, and we will also become rich. Then the covetous means very greedy, covetous old fellow with the spade and the old crown means the old woman with a hoe began to dig. Now the old couple, they started digging the ground where the dogs was been snatching the ground. But there was nothing but a dead kitten. Now after a long hard work, they thought that there might be a treasure, but it was not a treasure. There was a dead kitten which was smelling very badly. Dead kitten, the smell which made them drop their tool and shut their noses. So as the dead kitten's body was being found out, and the smell was very bad, that the old wicked couple, they dropped away their tools, and they just you make the use of the finger, and they close their nose. Furious at dog. Furious means getting very angry. So the old wicked couple, they got very angry with the dog. The old man kicked and beat him to death. So the old man, he kicked the dog very hardly, and the dog was completely dead. The old woman finished the work by nearly chopping off his head. Now the old woman also, the remaining work was done by the old wicked woman. She chopped the dog with one of the spade, and the dog was now completely dead. Then they flung into the hole and heaped the earth over the carcass. Carcass means the animal's dead body. Now the dog was dead, so they put the dog's dead body into the pit, and they covered the dead bodies of the dog with the mud. The owner of the dog heard of his death of his pet, and mourning for him as if he had been his own child. Now the good couple, they thought that why my dog has not came, the long time has been passed out. So he went to the wicked couple's home, and he asked about the dog. So they told that their dog was dead, and the old man, he felt very pity on the dog, and he started crying in such a way as his child was lost. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet and mourning for him as if he had been his own child, went at night under the pine tree. Now the good couple, the good old man, when he heard about the dog that it was dead, so he went under the pine tree where the dead body of the dog was there. So he sat over there, he started crying like his child only was dead. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground such as are used before tomb. So he made a use of the bamboos and he put it near on all the four sides of the grave of the dog as if it looks like a tomb, in which he put a fresh flower. Then he laid a cup of water, a tray of food on the grave and buried several costly sticks of incense. Incense means the scented stick. So he felt very pity on the dog and he was very sad because of the death of the dog. So he made up a use of bamboo sticks and then he put up some flowers and he also put water and he gave a water and a food for the dog, and even he made a use of the incense sticks, means that is the scented sticks near the grave of the dog. He mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names, as if he were alive. So then he started crying and he started calling out the dog with the various names, as if he was alive. That night the spirit of the dog appeared to him in the dream and said, now after some time, when the old man went to sleep, so the spirit of the dog came in his dream and he said, cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar. Mortar means a bowl for your rice pastry and a meal for your bean sauce. Bean is a kind of a vegetable. So in that night when the old man was in sleep, a spirit of a dog came to him in his dream and he said that you cut this pine tree and make up a mortar. Mortar means a bowl which is used for making up the various dishes, and along with that he told him to make up the meal, a flour meal from the wood of the pine tree. So the old man chopped down. On the next morning, when the old man woke, what he did, he chopped down the tree and cut out the middle of the trunk, a section about 2 feet long. Chop means to cut out. So in the early morning, as according what the spirit of the dog has said, he cutted the pine tree and with a great labor, partly by fire, partly by chisel, he scraped out of a hollow pit. So after a long hard work, he made up a mortar and a meal of a bean sauce. He then made a long handle hammer of wood such as it was used for pounding rice. So he even made up a hammer which could be used for crushing the rice. Pounding means for crushing. When a New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some pastry, rice pastry. Now a new year was about to come. So the old good couple, they have decided to make up a rice pastry of it. When the rice was all boiled, Granny pulled it into a mortar. Now the rice was completely boiled. So the grandmother, granny means a word used for the old lady, she made a use of that, he put that rice, boiled rice into the mortar which they have made it from the pine tree. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into a dug, and the bowl fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Now the old man, he also wanted to help his wife, so he made a use of the hammer and the flour mill which they have made it from the pine tree, and they wanted to crush the rice. So suddenly the whole mass turned into a heap of gold. So as they have put that rice into that flour mill, and as the old man was about to crush it, but suddenly something strange happened, that all the rice piece they got converted into the gold coins. When the old woman took a hand mill and filled it with the beans, began to grain. Now as because of that, as after some time the bean sauce was about to get ready, and the lady, the old kind lady, when she was about to check about the sauce is ready or not, and when she picked some little bit, that sauce got converted into the gleaming gold. The gold drops like a grain. So as the lady, she just put some of the sauce to check whether it is ready or not, but that sauce got completely converted into the gold. Meanwhile, the envious neighbor, envious means the jealous neighbor peeped in at window when the boiled beans were being ground. So the wicked old couple, they were been looking out from the window that what strange was happening, and when they saw this thing, they were very jealous with the kind couple. "Gaudy me," cried the old hag, as she saw each dripping of sauce turn into a yellow gold. So the old wicked lady, she saw that the bean sauce was being getting completely converted into the gold. So the old couple were rich again. Now the old kind couple, they again became very rich. The next day, the stingy means mystery and the wicked neighbor came and borrowed a mortar and a magic mill. So now the old wicked couple, what they did, they on the next day they went to the kind couple's house and they borrowed a mortar and a magic mill, from which this kind couple had become rich. They filled one with the boiled rice and other with the pain. So the same thing the old wicked couple did, what the good couple did. So they also boiled up the rice and they made the bean sauce, but then what happened? Then the old man began to pound and the woman began to grind. But at first the bowl and the pastry and sauce turned into the whole mass of worm. But the completely negative happened. What was happened with the good couple? The good couple's pastry and the bean sauce got converted into the gold, but this wicked couple, what happened with the rice pastry and the bean sauce got converted into worms, means it got completely, it didn't got converted into gold, but it got converted into the small insects. Still more angry at this here, they chopped the meal into the piece and used as a firewood. Now this old wicked couple, they got very angry and they broke that mortar and the magic wheel which they have borrowed it from the good couple, and they broke it out and used it wood for the firewood. Welcome back, students. Welcome to the part second. In the part one, we have learned that how because of the pittiness and the kindness of the good old couple, they had become rich second time, and what was the condition of the wicked couple. So in the part second, we will be continuing it now. Not longer after that, the good man dreamed again. Now again the second time, the spirit of the dog appeared in the dream of the old man. And the spirit of the dog spoke to him, telling him how the wicked people had burned the meal made from the pine tree. So in the dream, the spirit of the dog, he told the old good man, that how this wicked man has completely broke the magic meal and what the condition they have done to the meal which the good man has given to him. So telling him how the wicked man had buried the meal made from the pine tree. Take the ash of the meal, sprinkle them on the withered tree, and they will bloom again. So again the magic was about to happen. So the spirit of the dog, he told the good man that you take the ashes of the meal, that magic meal which the wicked couple had buried, you take the ashes and sprinkle it on any of the tree, it will get bloom again. So the old man awoke and went at once with the wicked neighbor's house. So the early morning, as according to the instruction of the spirit of the dog, he went to the wicked neighbor's house and he asked for the ash of the magic meal which they have broke and used it into the fireplace. Where he found a miserable old pair sitting at the edge of their square fireplace in the middle of the floor, smoking and spinning. So the old wicked couples, they were sitting near the fireplace and they were warming themselves. So the old good man, he went near the house of the wicked man and he asked about the ash of the magic floor. From the time to time, they warmed their hands and feet with the blaze from some bits of the meal, while behind them lay a pile of a broken piece. So there were the remaining piece of the magic meal also, it was there, and they were warming themselves. The good old man humbly, means very politely, he asked for the ash. So as according to the instruction of the spirit of the dog, he went near the wicked couple's house and he asked about the ashes. Though the covetous means very greedy couple, turned up their nose at him and scolded him. So as we have seen before, the good good couple, even though the wicked couple many time they have went to his house, but the good couple was very kind to him. But this time when this good man is going to their house for the asking him to get the ashes, so they were very angry on him and they started scolding him. On coming home, the old man took his wife into the garden. Now they scolded the good man, but at last they were ready to give him some of the ashes from the fireplace. So after coming to the home, the good man, he took his wife into the garden, and what he did, it being winter, their favorite cherry tree was bare. So as it was a winter season, so in the garden there was the old good couple's cherry tree. So it was completely bare. It means it was without any leaves or without any fruits and flower. He sprinkled a pinch of ashes on it, and lo, it sprouted blossom until it became the cloud pink bloom which perfumed into the air. So the old man, what he did, he took some ash and just sprinkle it onto the sweet cherry tree. But after some time, a magic happened, and the bare cherry tree got converted into the colorful bloom tree, and the smell of the cherry started spreading out into the air. The news of that this filled the village, and everyone ran out to see the wonder. So after some time, this news got spread into the village. So all the village people, they wanted to see the bloom cherry tree, and they started coming to the house of the good old couple. The covetous couples also heard the story and gathered up the remaining ashes of the male. Now the wicked couple also heard about the news that as the good man, he just sprinkled some of the ashes, and the bare tree got converted completely into the bloom. So the old wicked couple also, what he did, he also took out the remaining ashes which were there in the fireplace and kept them to make the withered tree bloom. So he also tried to do the same thing, but nothing happened. The kind old man, hearing that his lord, the daimyo, was to pass along the high road near the village. So now one day the old good man, he heard about that there were one daimyo. Daimyo is a word used in the Japanese language for the rich landlord. So he was about to come near their village. Taking the basket of the ash, as the train approached, he climbed up the old withered cherry tree that stood by the wayside. So now this old good man, he also wanted to meet the daimyo. So what he did, he took some of the ashes and he went he climbed one of the cherry tree which was near the road. And as the procession was about to pass, train means it is not the train, but it is the procession. Means when the rich landlord is been going, we see how the kings, whenever they are going to the roadside, how the procession is held. Means on the front side there is a soldiers, and in the middle there is the king who is been carried away by some of the soldiers. Same way this rich daimyo was about to go in this same manner. Now in the day of the daimyos, it was a custom when their lord passes by for all the royal people to shut up their high windows. Now there was one thing that whenever this daimyo used to pass, so who all were the rich landlords, they has to close their window. Means no people were allowed to see the daimyos passing away. They even pasted for all the loyal men to shut up their high windows. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the impersistence to look down into the Lord's shade. Impersistence means the rude action. So any of the people, if he's been looking at the daimyo, so it would be considered to be a punishable act and he would be given the punishment. All the people along the roadside would fall upon their hands and knees and remain prostrate until the procession passed by. So for the royal people, they have to close their doors and window, but for the common people who were standing there near the roadside to see the daimyo, whenever the train used to pass, whenever the procession used to pass, they has to bend down on their knee, and they were also completely not allowed to see the daimyo. Now in the days of the daimyos, it was the customs when the landlord passed by for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the imprecations of looking down, as as we have learned out in the part 2, that there was the procession in the or the rule in the Japan country, that whenever the daimyo used to pass, the landlord people, means the rich people, loyal people, they have to shut down their doors and windows, and if they are completely off that, then they will be given the punishment. And for the common people who were standing on the roadside, they had to bend down on their knee, and they also had to bend down and remain constant for a particular time until the processions get over. Now about the part 3, the train drew near. Now it was the time, now the train and the procession was about to come near the old man. The train drew near. One tall, competent man means one of the strong men who was been walking in the front of the procession, in the front of the train, marched ahead, crying out to the people by the way, get down on your knee, get down on your knee. So before this train of the daimyos, there was one of the strong men who was been walking, marching forward, and he was been crying, means shouting very loudly, that march down on your knee, get down on your knee. And everyone kneeled down while the procession was passing. So as according to the instruction of the strong man, all the people who were near by the wayside, they kneeled down until the procession was passing out. Suddenly the leader of the van caught the sight of the aged man up in the tree. So as the strong man was been shouting, he saw the old man, the old good man who was sitting there, who had climbed one of the tree near the wayside. He saw the sight of the old man. He was about to call out him in the angry tone, but seeing was the old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed by. So at the one time, the strong man, he thought to shout very loudly to the old man to get down on the knee, but he saw that the old man was very old. Means the man was very old, so he completely remained that he did not notice him, and he continued with his remaining work. So when the daimyos planquid means when he came very near, the old man, taking a pinch of ash from his basket, scattered it over the tray. In a moment it burst into the blossom. So as the train of the daimyos was about to come near one of the tree where the old man was sitting, what he did, he took out some of the ashes and sprinkled it on this bare tree. So suddenly that bare tree got converted into completely blossom tree, and everyone were completely shocked by such incident. The delighted daimyos, means the pleased daimyos, he also was quite shocked. So he was very pleased by looking at this thing. So the delighted daimyos ordered the train to stop and got out to see the wonder. So he ordered the train to stop over there. He was quite shocked by such incident, and he came out to see such a beautiful tree. Calling the old man to him, he thanked him and ordered the presence of a silk robes. Silk robes means, so he saw that because of the old man, this bare tree got converted into completely blossom tree. So he called out the old man and he gave him the silk robes, means silk dresses, sponge cakes, fans, and other rewards to be given to him. He even invited him to his castle. Castle means a big house. So he gave many of the gift to the old kind man, but even he also called him to his castle, to his house for the dinner. So the old man went gleeful home to share his joy with his dear old wife. So now the old man was very happy because he has received much of the gift, and even the great daimyo, he has called him to his castle. So he wanted to share this happiness with his wife. So he went to the home and narrated the incident. But when the greedy neighbor heard of it, now on the other side, the wicked neighbor, when they heard that the daimyos has given the good old man gifts, and he has even invited him to his castle. Now this greedy man also wanted to get such gift. So what he did, but when the greedy neighbor heard of it, he took some of the magic ash and went out to the highway. There he waited until the daimyo's train came along, and instead of kneeling down the crowd, he climbed the withered cherry tree. So the same thing this wicked old man did, what the good old man did. He also took some of the ashes from the fireplace and climbed one of the cherry tree which was completely bare. When the Deimos himself was almost directly under him, he threw a handful of ashes over the tree. So the same thing he did. When the train of the Deimos came under the bare cherry tree, he took out some of the ashes and he also sprinkled it on the bare cherry tree. But what happened? Which did not change a particle. So, but there was not a completely change. No change was there in the bare tree, but something strange happened. What happened? The wind blew the fine dust into the noses and the eyes of the Deimos and his wife. So, instead of getting this cherry tree into the bloom, it did not got bloom. But because of the wind, these ashes went into the eyes and the nose of the Deimos and his wife. Such sneezing and choking means feeling very suffocated. Now, because of the ashes, the Deimos and his wife, they were feeling very suffocated and they started sneezing. It spoiled all pomps and the dignity of the procession. The man whose business it was to cry, "Get down on your knee," seized out the old fool by the collar, dragged him from the tree and tumbled him. Tumbled him means to throw him. Now, the strong man who was shouting to get down on the knee, when he came to know about this incident, he dragged the old man down from the tree and he tumbled him. He beated him very hardly, and even he threw him into his ass basket into the ditch by the road. Then, beating him soundly, he left him for dead. So the soldiers beated him very hardly and he threw him into one of the ditch. Ditch means a pit, and they beated him so badly that the old man was dead now. Thus the wicked old man died in the mud, but the kind friend of the dog dwelt, means lived, in peace and plenty, and both he and his wife lived to a green old age. Green means now the old good couple, they were living very green life, means very happily and very healthy life. So it is a beautiful story. This story teaches us that we should be kind to all the living organism, because they are Almighty, means the Father is one. All the living organisms, either it might be a human being, even the animals, we all are the son of the same God, and we should treat all of them with the kindness.